Hello, it's Jake here from Games Nosh and welcome to the Retro Perspective. Now, I've been a big fan of Lara Croft ever since the first Tomb Raider game on the PlayStation 1, but more recently I've noticed an alarming number of articles hinting that Lara is part of the problem of the male demographic dominating gaming. This shortlist article that I came across on the seat of a bus shortly after E3 took the biscuit for me. Of course, the writer did no research whatsoever, making out that Fallout 4 was the first in the series to include female playable characters. But what really stands out is this sentence. There is a bigger ongoing issue aside from the amply chested Lara Croft, a character with obvious appeal to men. So basically, the assumption that Lara Croft was designed for men to look at her is one of the biggest issues facing gaming today. So to put all this to bed right now, I'm going to explain why Lara Croft is the best female character in video game history, and these people who are trying to smear gaming are looking in the wrong place. So Lara's life hasn't been short of trauma. At age 9 she was in a plane crash with her mother and they were stranded in the Himalayas. While Lara was eventually rescued, Amelia, her mother, disappears through the portal in Tomb Raider legend. Lara also lost her father when she was 15, a man obsessed with finding the truth about Amelia Croft, which probably led to his death, though Lara still had great admiration for her father. But despite all this trauma early in her life, Lara's resolve and aspirations for becoming an archaeologist and adventurer never wavered. She found a mentor and possible father figure in Werner von Croy, though Lara was perhaps misguided as von Croy's arrogance made him nothing like her father Richard. The fact that Cambodia was where her father disappeared suggests either that she too was becoming obsessed with finding the remains of her father, or just how dedicated she was to continuing his work. The characters are so strong in this opening level of Tomb Raider 4. Underneath von Croy's arrogance, we can tell he feels really threatened by a 16-year-old Lara. And while Lara respects von Croy, her witty comeback suggests she knows he's past his prime.
I feel we should lend this some respect.
Ah, and you are the world-famous archaeologist adventurer Lara Croft, yeah? No, I am the renowned archaeologist adventurer Werner von Croy, and you will do as I say. Go to the wall and pull the lever.
On your head be it, von Croy.
The very first scene in the first Tomb Raider game goes a long way in showing the strength of Lara's character when the womanizing Larson tries his pickup line.
Now what's a man gotta do to get that sort of attention from you?
If that's the sort of attention you want, Larson, you're well on your way.
Not once has Lara showed any interest in men, nor has she ever needed help from men. And what happens to Larson, who underestimates Lara time and time again? He gets a flying kick to the head, and in the Crystal Dynamics remake of the game, when he insists on getting between Lara and the Scion artifact, she kills him outright. While she does show remorse for the first time killing a human being, this is perhaps the defining moment that sends Lara down the dark spiral, culminating in Tomb Raider Underworld, when she seems willing to sacrifice anything to find the truth about her mother. Pierre Dupont also underestimates Lara. He has an opportunity to kill her, but when Lara challenges him to be the first to the artifact, he probably thinks, of course I'll beat this woman to the Scion, I'm a man, aren't I? Well, what happens to sexist man number 2? He gets brutally stomped to death by centaurs. I feel like the transition of Lara's character from Anniversary to Underworld plays out very naturally. Human enemies are introduced in Tomb Raider Legend, but they're mercenaries who are out to kill Lara. She's just defending herself. What really starts to change her is Amanda, Lara's friend from college, who blames her for being trapped in a ruin they explored together.
Lara! Get down here, you slacker! Jason says we're about to break through.
In a minute, Amanda. We have some structural concerns.
Would you just get down?
Oh yeah, it was all Lara's fault. They both realise that Amanda was the cause of Emilia Croft's disappearance. Lara's obsession with finding the truth about her mother comes full circle in Tomb Raider Underworld, when she cuts off communications with Zip and Alistair. Characters whose presence we were quite used to in Legend become absent, and they fear for her sanity so much they believe she was responsible for blowing up her own mansion. Ultimately though, Lara has always ended up doing the right thing, such as when she destroyed the Scion rather than retrieving it to make sure the Atlantean army couldn't return. She is fundamentally a good person. So how does the Tomb Raider reboot shape up to the old Lara Croft? While many people, such as developer Brian Horton, big up the new direction as a more human approach to the character, I have to disagree. Disregarding the fact that Lara can now break the laws of physics as shown in the awful Rise of the Tomb Raider trailer from E3. It always seemed to me that Lara's intelligence and knowledge was a massive part of her character. While she may be intelligent still, the gameplay of the Tomb Raider reboot doesn't present an opportunity to use this intelligence, but instead focuses on gunning down hundreds of people. I can't remember a single puzzle in Tomb Raider. They made Lara more of a blank slate and asked you to project your feelings onto her. What would you do in her situation? I think the new games do well to shine a light on how great the character of Lara Croft was, with her witty comments and thoughtful mystery solving skills, which actually came more to the forefront in the underrated Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. So we've talked about Lara's character in relation to the story, but what about the creators behind Lara Croft? Well, Lara's creator, Toby Gard, expressed his desire to counter stereotypical female characters, and has spoken out against the overly sexualised marketing campaign of the games published in places such as the official PlayStation magazine. I assume that in his eyes that isn't what Lara's really about, and he'd be right. I have to ask though, what is it about Lara that is overly sexualised, as many people try to put it? She's always worn clothes appropriate to the situation. She has no interest in men whatsoever. Her general banter is more witty than suggestive. Is it because she has breasts? Are they even that big? I've never noticed. Does this have any bearing on the character of Lara Croft at all? The answer is of course no, and here I have to refer to another article. What Lara Croft would look like with realistic proportions. Emphasis on the word realistic. For starters, Lara's an incredibly athletic person. She has a giant assault course in her garden. Also, the vast majority of girls I've met, while not necessarily underweight, are way closer to the picture on the left. So no, realistically, Lara would look nothing like the picture on the right. And though I understand that this image was made in support of sufferers of bulimia, misrepresenting a realistic female body as one that is overweight is just as stupid as the other way around. In summary, Lara Croft is not a sex symbol, nor is she a male fantasy. She's a female power fantasy. Not only can she kick any guy's ass that crosses her path, she's incredibly intelligent, speaks over a dozen languages, and she's just downright cool. Any woman or man might fantasise about being her. I've been Jake from GamesNosh.com. This was the Retro Perspective. Plenty more to come from us if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you later.
Right, now I'd better take off these wet clothes.